Hey guys, oh my gosh, my hair looks so hot. So far, like there's still so much to do, you guys, so much. But I want to show you guys like what I've got so far. Let's see here. I can't even see the controls here. Here it is. Okay, so far today, I have removed all of the little runners. Hi, Tiffany. So I did all the runners, and I've got. Oh, you can't even. It's Charlie. I did start working on getting the toilet covered, so it's no longer this, well, most of it anyway. Here, I'll show you guys. It was like this funny, weird, so the toilet is now going to be that. They're doing great, actually. Sarah's at work, and Taylor, of course, as you guys know, is in the military, so he's in the Army. He's all the way out in... Oh, well, hi, Yosef. Thank you for dropping in. This area, I've actually just finished gluing this piece of the wood down. So this is kind of holding it in place while that dries. Once that's dry, I can finish painting that little section. So the sink, we did a test out on the edges, and the stuff holds really well. This does not chip off at all. So we are going to go ahead and get this also painted white. This is like old brown paint on here, so I don't know what was being painted brown at some point, but that's on there. This is just kind of, I think they had cheese. Yum. Still got to get another painted, not the cabinet. I may go ahead and get the over cab part painted. Not quite sure yet, but I do already have the bed up here. So I've got the extended twin, which, funny enough, the extended twin is the same length as a queen bed, but only a twin in width. And so, because we tried to put my queen bed up there, like the queen mattress, doesn't work out well. Hi, Kelly. And so that did not work out. Sorry for the wobbly. It is so windy right now and so cold. I'm actually shivering because I've been out here for hours and it's so cold. I just went inside and actually washed my hands. They were covered in paint. Yes, she still has seizures. And we kind of know how to monitor those, and she's done really, really well. So we'll just put it that way. Try to find a good spot to sit you guys so you guys can see everything. Hold on a second. 1 second. Maybe that. And we don't want to go too high up because otherwise you guys will flip forward. I wanted to try to get you guys like right there. If I can do that, oh, there we go. Let's do that. Maybe. If the wind blows, you guys might fall. I don't know. But anyway, so I am, of course, this is right here by the one bed. And then this is the whole area over here that I opened up. So this is going to be the area where the dogs will be able to run around. This will be the counter where the microwave and the Instapot are going to go. Coffee pot's going to go over by the sink over here. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. Yeah, that was one of her, probably one of her worst. That one and the one where she fell at school and broke her wrist. But the one in the hallway was one of her worst. She sustained a nasty concussion from that one, and she broke her tailbone. So that was horrible. And oh my God, I'm so cold. It is 50, no, it's not even, yeah, it's 50 degrees outside now. It was 52, now it's 50 degrees, and it is flipping cold. I would have put a jacket on out here, but I didn't want to get paint on my jacket, and I don't mind getting stuff on this. This shirt, by the way, it says the queen of everything. Definitely not. But yeah, I am freezing. So as you can see, a lot has been done in here. We've stripped the walls on this side for the kitchen. The bathroom is like nice and white and lit up. This area over here by the door, I'm not coloring. I'm not going to paint coloring. I bet when she comes home. Oh, okay. Yeah, she doesn't get off until like 11 o'clock tonight. So she's working the late shift. But yeah, so my biggest thing is I'm going to try to, while you guys are with me, if you guys want to join, I'm going to try and get this one wall right here painted and see how that comes out, because I've done sanded the entire thing because we can't get that last bit of that like wallpaper off. It's so, one, it's super, super old. Two, it is so stuck on there. We've tried everything. I've tried the dissolver on it, everything, nothing's getting it off. So after all that, we've decided to just sand the crap out of it. We've sanded it down and now it's at that. So I want to go ahead and paint that wall because I want to see whether or not it's going to be worth painting the other two sections. If this part takes really well, that part right there takes really well, then we're going to keep doing it. So come with me, and you guys can be with me while I do this. I need to bring the paint over here. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find a good spot to set you guys while we do this. I don't want to go too low of a setting on you guys. So let's see here. There we go. Let's move that out of the way. I did not see what that said. I have a job and I start at 8:30 and work till 7 a.m. Gosh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. Okay. I actually want this because we don't want it to be on that. Okay. Bring these over here. I need to open up a new one of these because I got the other one dirty earlier. Not on purpose, just completely by accident, but yeah. Like too far over. Okay. So what I want to I'm going to set the paint right here. This is actually a primer. We're just primering. I'm going to try to primer this area here and see how this comes out. So if you guys are wondering, I am not using paint brushes. We're using these paint sponges. And the reason for that is because this is more porous wood. And if you try to use it with paintbrush, it leaves the little hairs and stuff behind. You don't want that. So that's what I have been doing, is just kind of taking these sponge pieces and just taking this, and we're just kind of taking it down. Now all these little wooden things here, I'm going to actually be painting, so I don't care if I get paint on them. Right now my goal is just to get along this area and get this all lined and painted. So these cupboards and stuff will get painted later. As a matter of fact, you know what I should do real quick before I continue? Hold on a second. Because I don't want to get paint. I don't want to get paint on the cupboard. So we don't want paint on the cabinet. So we're going to tape the cabinet real quick. Hold on a second. There. I don't care if I get some underneath there. I just don't want it up there. Don't mind my belly skin showing here and there. I'm not a fan of it, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. Right in that crease right there. There we go. Like I said, just want to make sure I don't get that cabinet, because right now the cabinets on the top are not going to get painted. So if I miss something in chat, I will try to go back and see it. This piece of the wood stuff. So if anybody's ever wondering why this takes so long, it's because we're doing this method of doing this because of the way that this absorbs. So the good part is this primer goes a long way, and so I'm really happy about that. Oh, there's that little piece right there. I'll make sure I try to check chat as I go. I see you getting it done, like always. Heck yeah, Jeff. That's the way to do it. Just keep on working, you know what I mean? Like, stuff can get messy and whatnot, and life can kind of throw you curveballs, but the best thing you can do is just keep pushing forward. Make a plan and make it work. Like Jay always says to me, when stuff kind of happens, make a decision and make that decision work. So I made the decision that we would go ahead and just, you know what, we're not gonna panic. We're not gonna try to find something super fast to get into. If something comes along, that's great. Like I have a place I'm gonna go look at tomorrow. But if that doesn't work, that's okay. We're gonna be fine. We don't need to rush into anything. Yes, it is, Tiffany. This is a Class C 1977 Itasca. It is a what they call a Seafarer is the model, and I bought her last year, and I have been renovating her since last year. And it took a lot because we kind of worried more about the actual mobility of it versus the interior when I bought it. We wanted to make sure that everything outside was working first before I worried about renovating and painting and all that. So, sorry, this is going to be loud, the banging noises, because it is a trailer, so it's going to be loud when I'm banging paint into the wall. So, because like I said, I'm doing a sponge method with this. One, I like the texture that the sponge method comes out with. So it kind of gives it almost a stucco styled wall feeling versus just a flat paint. So doing this with the primer allows for that texture to dry this way. And then when I go to paint it, that texture will come out through the paint. So it'll be nice. So here's where we're going to get into the testing that I was talking about, guys, because we tried so hard to get this stuff off that we used like the rollers and all that. So it actually put all these tiny little holes in this paint or in this wood. And we tried to sand as much of it down, but those holes went pretty deep trying to get that wallpaper off. So this is going to be the test of whether or not we can actually cover that up using the primer. And then once we paint, and then this right here is going to have a backsplash at some point. We're not rushing into a backsplash. So we're just going to keep on working on it. Right now, getting the primer down and getting the wall kind of covered. You know, that's the main goal right now, just to make this comfortably livable. And so far, it seems like that is going to definitely cover that. So I am a happy camper. I should probably put another strip of tape on this section. Hold on. Because definitely do not want these countertops to have anything come on them, because I'm going to be using these. So just the way they are. We're going to find out if this will actually stay on there. You don't want it to be, there we go. I'm not going over that far, so go here. And I keep thinking that that's dust or whatever. I'm going to have to sand that a little bit right there, because it is definitely. Just a little bit more to the back side. But yeah, I decided I was going to come out here. Once I'm out here and moving around in here, it does warm up, because your body heat will naturally fill the space. So that's a good thing. Oh my gosh, this whole trailer is rocking. The whole trailer is rocking. Oh my God. No getting motion sick allowed. Because that's me. I would get completely motion sick. I don't want paint on that side. There we go. Oh, by the way, this primer dries really fast, so kind of have to work a little bit quick. when working with it, so. Give me that pretty texture. I love that. I can't, if I start painting this with the regular paint when I go to do the paint color, and I don't get this same texture look, I may end up doing the painting with this method to keep that look, because I really, really like it, like a lot. You guys can't really tell on here, but when I finish shooting the video, I will actually get those up close shots of this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it's super, super cool. Okay, that's definitely going to cover that really well. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was going to. I thought for sure I would have to find another way to cover that. But so far it looks like just getting the border of it, and it looks like it's already taking the primer really well. So if that's going to be the case, I am going to be a happy camper. No pun intended. No pun intended. But yeah, just going to keep working on this girl, because like I told Sarah, she came out here today before she was getting ready for work, and she came in and she said, "Oh wow, Mom, this looks really comfy," because she hadn't come in yet to really see like the changes I made in here yet. She's been working her tail off for work-wise, so between being gone all day, I would come in here while she's been working, and I've just been busting butt in here while she's been at work. And then today her work schedule was different, and so she got to come out here today while I was working earlier, and she said, "Wow, Mom, this is actually looking way better than it was," because it definitely, in the beginning when I got it, thank you. Who was that anyway? Thank you, Tiffany. When I bought it, it was definitely more suited towards like one or two people, like a couple or just one person individually. But I knew that I was going to have Sarah in here with me, so I said, you know, we need to make it to where this is livable for more than just one person, or just a couple, you know, because a couple would just sleep up in the loft with a full-size bed. I went ahead and did some changes. I was going to try to put the queen bed up there and then just have Sarah and I share the bed, and still make the space for the dogs and everything. But Sarah does like having her own sleeping space, so we decided we were going to make that work. Okay, that definitely covers that wallpaper up. So I am very pleased with that. And like I said, this is just the first layer. This primer is very thin. And so I have been doing 2 layers worth of primer on everything. So I'll do this, and then this will dry, and then I'll do the next layer after that. But this is definitely covering all of these symbols and signs and everything else. So I am very happy about that. So here in just a minute, I'm going to take a step back to look at this and see how that looks. But so far, it looks like it's doing a great job of covering it. Okay, be careful not to hit the overhead. All right. From what this looks like, guys, I would say this is going to definitely cover the wallpaper. Okay, I have to be careful right here, because this is where the overhead is, and I need to be careful not to get paint all over the overhead, because the overhead is chrome, and you can't get the stupid painter's tape to stick to the chrome for some reason. So I learned that the other day. Let's do like a quick rundown of that area, and let's see how that goes right there. Oh yeah. All right, I'm not going to try to get in between there right now until I get a chance to take the chrome out. I'm not too worried about that cider. I've already got paint all over my hands now. That's all right. Paint all over my hands versus that. All right. And then that can get paint on it because that's going to all get painted too. I'm going to get my arm right in this paint bucket, you guys. I just know it. I'm totally going to get my arm in the paint bucket. I already know it. Oh, thank you. It's actually going to end up being, the walls are going to be, it's called rainwater. So it'll be like it'll be a white, but it's going to be more of like a, with like a hint of a bluish gray undertone. And then the cabinets are going to be a really light gray. I'm not usually one for that color scheme, like in a house, but in an RV that's on the smaller side, the light colors really open the space up, make the space feel a lot bigger. Even if the space isn't big, it just gives it that feel. The aesthetic of it is also really, really nice. And so that's why I am, not we, but I am going with a more light tones inside the trailer. Now, if I was doing a house, my kitchen would be with dark cabinets, like a granite countertop. So with like a dark, like a, what do you call it? Not dark, but like really light colored countertops, but with a dark cabinetry. So that would be like my go-to for like a house. But for the RV, I've decided to go light tones. So if you guys can see this, here, let me show you guys. Let me show you. Oop, I've got paint all over my fingers. So you can see the wallpaper, right? So that's what the wallpaper stuff looks like. And now the primer on it, appearing behind it. This is the actual just regular wood. It's soaking up the primer, so I need to do another layer. But you can see how well that is covering that wallpaper. So those symbols and everything else are disappearing. And this was like all sea-bearing stuff. So all that stuff is like, oh, that's so yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I need to move this out of my way a little bit more. Let's see here. Let's move this a little bit closer to you guys. Actually, you know what? I can do it. No, I don't want to do it right there. Maybe not. Hold on a second. Let's move this out of the way for a second. Okay, you can sit right here for 2 seconds. So I can move this out of the way because I don't want the paint to get on any of those surfaces right there. So let's put that, maybe slide it out of the way a little bit more. There we go. So you guys can see this. You're going to get to see this go away. I actually ended up putting the puppies inside the house because they are, one, it's super cold outside, but they were being like super insane. And so I ended up having to put them inside the house for a little while. As of right now, I'm like, the only thing I think I'm freaking out about, guys, is like having all the dogs in here, because that was not our plan. Like, we definitely had not planned on all the dogs being in here. But with the way the adoption stuff has been going, we've run into some issues with the people. Like, people out here, they adopt puppies with the intention of breeding, and we're very, very against that. And so the girls are not fixed yet. They can't be fixed until they're a little bit older. And so we are running into an issue of finding people that are going to abide by getting them fixed with the voucher we provide, because we provide the spay-neuter voucher. And so they would need to make sure that the puppies are getting vaccinated as they should be. We provide the vaccines. They just have to show up and get the vaccines done. What we've been running into is an issue of people not doing that or not following up and then not answering phone calls. And so we're having a big trust issue with adopting the puppies out. So that's kind of where we're at right now. The puppies Yes, because puppies are babies and they have to be monitored. You have to take them out to go to the bathroom all the time. They don't let you know when they have to go potty yet, because they're just babies. And so if we don't want the RV to get messed up with, you know, puppy poop and pee, we kind of have to make sure that we're being proactive on, you know, housebreaking. Housebreaking might actually end up being easier in a smaller environment than in a larger one anyway. We're working on their housebreaking skills now because they're just getting old enough. They're 8 weeks old, but they're still at that age where they're just now starting to learn what their bladder means and when that feeling happens. As opposed to the last few weeks where if they're playing, they will stop smack right where they're playing, pee, and keep playing. Whereas just started like probably today and yesterday, we've noticed that they stop, they move away from where they're playing, sniff around and find a spot to go to the bathroom. That's usually the indicator that they're starting to get to that age where they know that they've got to go to the bathroom. So, which is good because that means potty training can start. Which is why puppies should not be taken away from mom until between usually 10 to 12 weeks. They're way easier to housebreak when they're that old because they can tell you they got to go potty versus just going when their little bladders feel like going. Would you look at that? All that writing, all that paper gone. I'm so glad that this stuff is super, super thin because it definitely made it way easier to cover up than if it was like really thick, bold wallpaper. Thank goodness. I was a little bit worried about that. Hi, Chris. How are you? One thing I'm having trouble with is those holes that we made. The paint is just seeping into those holes and it's making it really, really difficult as the little holes start popping up from the RV. So there was extra weight in here from certain pieces of furniture that were in here. So I took out certain pieces of furniture, which freed up a lot of weight on the RV. So that's a good plus. Something I actually had not intended to happen. So one of the items that we completely removed, which was the table and bench unit for the dinette set, we got rid of that whole unit completely, and which was something I had not intended to get rid of. I had actually just intended to take out the bench and move the bench piece, but we had not intended to remove the entire unit. That was a last minute call on my part to open up space, to give the dogs space in here and Sarah and I space to kind of move around with the dogs in here. So once I've got everything like painted, then, you know, well, kitchen wise, we're doing the kitchen and bathroom painting. But everything else is going to kind of stay for now. Until we've got everything else situated, so then I can really focus on, once we're in a house, I can really focus on taking care of the RV. But right now we only have a couple weeks and I still got to get the house packed, so I don't want to screw up like packing the house and everything by focusing completely on the RV. So that's the start of that. So that wall is covered. Jamly for life. So this wall is covered. Let's see if we can get some of this up here a little more filled in, because it's definitely really, really soaked in at this point. So let's see if we can fill that in. Oh, no. Nope, too late. Got a spot over there. That part dried. I didn't realize I got it on there. That's okay. It's going to get painted anyway, so it's all good. Just didn't want that part white yet. Oh yeah, look at that. That's looking good. Oh yeah. And yeah, the ceiling is also going to get done in here, by the way. So I didn't miss anybody, did I? Oh, you want to go back to California? Why? Cali's so dang expensive. Yeah, if Sarah hadn't just started her job, we would have probably looked at moving off to like the Phoenix area. But because she just started, she can't really request a transfer yet to another location. So we're kind of just in limbo on that portion. Otherwise, I know a couple of places we could have gone in the Phoenix area, which would have worked out great for us. But right now, income for her is more important than us worrying about location. So there we go. All right, that part's filled in. So maybe we can get this bottom one now. This part right here that's still not got any color to it. Like it's still kind of got the dark wood shining through. The white wallpaper took way good. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. Okay. Well, even if we don't get regular paint color in here right now, at least with the white primer, it's going to look decent. So, I'll use the little sticky piece. There we go. Oh, yeah. And this stuff dries so quick that by the time you finish the lower half, you can start back up on the top half. So that worked out nice. And if you guys are wondering about the barking, that's Winnie Bear. She's barking at the kitty cats outside. Winnie having a conniption, as per usual. She does that at the cats. Anytime there's the cats outside, Winnie Bear loses her noodles. So. And the cats also, if you guys are wondering about like Bella and Mocus and whatnot, they are actually doing great. They're already provided a home, so we already got them placed. Bella and Mocus, once we get situated, we can pick them back up if we want to. The owners said the new owners of them said they would not have a problem with us wanting them back if we got ourselves situated. The little ones, though, did get a very good home, and so I am not even worried about them. So they are in probably the most amazing hands. This will allow Cookie to continue getting the really good follow-up care that she always needs, because she has permanent respiratory damage. So, and she is partially blind. She has one eye that she's completely blind in. And so that was a hard one for me, but I knew that living in the RV in close quarters with dogs was not going to be conducive to her health. Connect. Can you guys see me? Okay. There we go. We're going to move you guys back just a little bit. Keep you guys where there's some things. But there we go. So this wall is done. I'm going to try to move back, see if I can't get some of this one done. So let's see. We can actually probably move this now back over here actually in a minute, because I don't want to mess this up. So this one kind of scares me, you guys, because this wall has big old lumps and bumps in it from old glue, and this glue will not come off. We spent so long out here with a sander and everything, and we're just not able to get it. So that's been a bit of an issue. All right, let's see if we can get this down there. I need to get this piece off of here. Okay, let's get that piece off. Oh, I got paint all over my hand just now. Aw. Well, darn it. If you've never done a home project before, I recommend doing it. One, it's awesome to do. Can someone please teleport me to California so I can see Jake? Oh, I'm so sorry, Chris. I know that that's rough being away from family, especially when you're close like that. When you have that connection. Let's see if I can get a nice straight piece. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can get that right there because we want that. There we go. Ah! Just got paint all over my hand again. Fun part about painting. You never walk away from it clean. Always going to end up with stuff all over you. Okay, then you have to be a little more cooperative here. Now the fun part's going to be when I go up in between that area there. So, oh, I probably just got paint on my shirt because I grabbed my shirt with my wet hand. I'm going to have to use the roller to get in there. I didn't really want to do that. All right. Oh, hold on. Oh. Okay. Gotta be careful. Keep getting squishies out the side. Anybody say anything else? Isn't Grayson like your nephew, right? If I'm correct, that's your nephew. Be a little bit more careful that time. That part's not taking as well as the other part did. There we go. Maybe that'll work a little bit more. Okay. I really think I want to take these little things out of here, but I don't know yet. Oh wow, we're rocking and a rolling, guys. We're rocking and a rolling. That wind is something else today. Yeah, and it's supposed to get worse by tomorrow, and then it's supposed to die back down and be in the 70s again this week. So I can only hope, because right now it's really putting a damper on me getting out here. And this wind is not any fun. Okay, I think I'm going to call it on that one for now. Once this really dries, I can do another coat later. Hi, Samantha. How are you? Watching way too much Dog the Bounty Hunter? Yeah. I stopped watching that a long time ago. I used to watch that show all the time. Like, all the time. So... I'm going to have to do this real carefully. Do not want to touch the overhead. Like I said, the worst part is getting this area done and then realizing I can't go very far up here because the stupid tape doesn't stick to the chrome stuff. It just does not hold on there. I've tried repeatedly. I even tried another kind of tape, hoping I could get it to just be like right there, but it did not do me any good. So for now, we're just gonna try to cover over these nasty areas. I guess, you know what, to be honest, with all these old bits of stuff, I guess you could say it gives this old girl some character. She's very old, and it's actually funny, this RV is 2 years older than I am. So, oh, you know what I can do before I screw it up is border this window, because I'm going to end up painting right on that border, and we don't want to do that by accident. I hate doing these though, because this part takes forever to get the tape on because it's rounded. And then when I take the tape off, I always realize I missed some of the edging, which is kind of a bummer. I'd like to either go back to Cali or Georgia. Yeah, Taylor's in Georgia. I'd love to go visit Georgia at some point. Go spend some time with him. Holy moly. That was the dog pool, by the way. If you guys were wondering what that loud bang was. That was just the dog pool. The wind is being obnoxious today. Oh, why do we have to have round corners? Round corners and square spaces. Not fun. My neighbor and I were laughing about that earlier, by the way. Round corners and square spaces. Because they were trying to do something outside and it was on a very rounded item. And it was really funny. Because it was doing the same thing I'm doing right now. It was just not working. Oh, the dogs are out there having a heyday. Might need to stir this again. We'll try to stick to this side of it for now and worry about that side in a few minutes. Let's go down the edge here. The funny part is, I really am, even with all the little quirky bits and bits of glue coming through on here, like showing lumps or whatever, I'm actually liking it. Maybe I'm just weird like that though. I think I like, you know, when you see old unique things, and a cat just ran up underneath the RV because it just hit the bottom. There we go, there's my texture. Wait for it to get a little bit tacky so it would start to do its little weirdness. So crazy cool. This is so crazy cool. I'm going to try to just stick to doing this side right now. It's going to get dark in here pretty soon, so I need to kind of hurry up and get this part wrapped up before we lose all of our daylight. That sun is going down quick, guys. That sun is going down quick. It's funny too, because you didn't realize there was that much glue still on the surface until you start putting the primer on. Now I can see where every bit of glue is. I missed that by a hair. Woof. It's like a damn hurricane out there right now. The wind is blowing so hard. It's gonna suck when I get ready to go back inside because I have to go from here to the freaking inside of the house and not get myself blown over. I'll have to show you guys this here in just a minute. So hang tight and we'll show you guys this primered wall in just a moment. Even with the chunks of glue coming through, this looks so much better finally having a solid color versus all that old darkened out, grayed out, weirded, you know, sun rotted color bits that was left over from the old wallpaper. The wallpaper that was on here was covered up by like 3 different layers of other wallpaper. So the original wallpaper is what I have this stripped down to. And it's so old. And of course, RV's thin. So the sun hitting and beating on the outside of the RV, it's pretty much like toasted that stuff right to the wall. So like I said, it was so covered up with so many layers of years of other stuff that it just was not, this is just not coming off. So we didn't really have much of a choice but to go ahead and just primer over it. And then like I said, I'm going to actually put a backsplash in here. So it will definitely be covered with the backsplash. And the backsplash is going to be kind of like an ocean themed like beads. It's going to look really, really pretty as a matter of fact. So it's going to be like different shades of like grays and blues. Is what color the backsplash is going with, because she's a seafarer, so she's got all these nautical themed things inside of her, which I absolutely love and do not want to get rid of. And so to stick with that theme but giving her kind of an updated look, we're gonna go with, you know, ocean styled colors. So okay, I think that is going to cover this wall for now. I'm losing too much light, so I'm losing my ability to see really well. That's only one layer on that, so sponge down. Let's get this off of here. Oh, I need that little sponge. Where's my little sponge? I only used this little sponge to get all the paint off of the stir stick. And I use this stir stick, by the way, as my way of scraping, or yeah, by like, you know, taking excess paint off the brush. So it's kind of like they work together. It allows me to keep from having to use a massive like paint pan. Let's get you out of the way. Put you there, and then you can go right here. Hopefully that'll sit like that. Where's the hammer? Oh. Hold on, guys. All right. Alrighty, so that's done. Oh God, put you back over here. Oh, nope, not on the wire. Here we go. And you can go back in the sink for now. Okay, it's looking like. So we got all of this part painted. So that part is painted. that section is painted. Like I said, it's not fully done. You can see where some of the glue stuff came through, which like I said, I am a-okay with. I have to get the little tiny brush that I have that will go right up under here, and then in between to this. Go on this side here. And then, I don't know if you guys can see, but you can see all that weird stained out detail, and then what I actually ended up painting it. So you can see where I stopped. So that's going to be that. But this is, like I said, we've got so much space in here. I've got to scrape this off because that's old wood glue. I've got the big vacuum out here. And then this is the bench that was over here. We moved it to this side so that we can make a futon couch situation. This is actually getting pulled away from the wall about that much more to run a 2x4 behind it so we can bolt it to the wall. And then the bed. So, and then I have bought seat covers for these big old boys. But yeah, so then this is the twin bed up here. So this will be my bed here. Sarah's bed's going to be here. These have 3 compartments. This compartment is not available for storage. This has the hot water heater underneath it. The front one up there is going to be for like the dog food, cat food, not cat food, dog food, dog treats, all that kind of stuff. It has to do with the animals. This middle section is for Sarah, and then this is Sarah's closet. So we're going to go here. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing with this cupboard yet. I have not made a decision because it's so skinny, like the shelves are so skinny. But we've already got everything figured out for this. Like this is pots and pans. We actually have a drawer at the bottom is going to be like dishes. So like our bowls and like our plates and bowls. And then like silverware, cookware, pantry. We've got all these storage spaces. So probably like cups and stuff are going to go up here. This is going to be seasonings. Closet in here. I still want to get this painted tomorrow. Oh, they're fighting. That's what they're doing. It's the male cats underneath my trailer. And then I'm going to finish painting this tomorrow, painting that surface, and then this entire thing all the way through is going to get painted. So that way it will be white again. So we are going to paint it. It is like the same as this kind of stuff, but it's the stuff I used for this. So we're going to paint all of this the same stuff that I painted that with. So it's supposed to give it kind of it's called like toughest tile. So it's supposed to give it kind of it's called like toughest tile, but it I don't know what you want to call that, what that stuff is called. But anyway, like fiberware, it's causing it like the paint. Because if you did it with paint, like with regular paint, it would just crack and peel. But with this stuff, once it's on, it's on. And it's a process, but I wanted to test it out on the top of the toilet today. And I can say I'm very happy with it. It's solid. It doesn't come off. It dried actually surprisingly fast. It says that it's supposed to take like a while, but it definitely didn't. But maybe it's just because of the weather out here. What in the world? Oh, I get what I was like, what in the world are they doing? They're just moving their vehicles around. Holy crud, she was moving fast though. But she's got the truck still running. So she moved the truck out of the way, ran and got the other car, pulled the car in. Now she's running back to move the truck. But you guys, this place is already feeling like so cozy and so comfortable. Got her running today, even without the new carburetor. So I don't know if that's a sign or what, but I got her fired up to get her fired up over and over again. Just trying to keep the gas moving in the engine. So because you don't want gas to sit. And so all that time that I've been doing that over and over and over again, I ran her out of gas. So I need to go get gas probably tomorrow and keep doing that with her. We finally got the batteries charged. So everything's all charged up, and I fired her up today and I was super happy. Sarah came out and she's like, oh my God. So maybe, filing at the carburetor just enough, gave it just enough wiggle room for now. And while we wait for the new one. So Thursday, I'm supposed to have everything here. We're going to have the water tank in on Thursday. So in all actuality, if that thing stays running like that and we get the water tank in, she is ready to go. And then we'll get the carburetor put in. I want the new carburetor in though, either way. But the fact that I got her running, I've got the lid sitting here for the carburetor. But the fact that I got her running today surprised the heck out of me. But I sat in here with a nail file and just got and the little flapper that's on a carburetor and filed around those little edges on both sides, and you know, used some moving. It was wiggling a couple seconds, but she's a beast. Okay, so work to do in here, but right now she's already starting to feel like a home. And holy crap, am I happy with this. Whoop, hello. I'm super happy with so far how this is starting to come together. Just mind blown. Just a little bit of paint can make such a difference. I'm already falling in love with this whole area. As any of you guys know, I love to cook and I love to be in the kitchen. So this is going to be like my little domain right here. Lots of good smells are going to be coming from this RV wherever we park. And then of course the bathroom space, which right now looks ridiculously white. And once this is all painted and white, like from the primer, it's going to look absolutely absurd until I get the other paint color in here. Because the closet door is going to be light gray. The cabinet down here is going to be light gray. Probably this back runner is going to be light gray. And then of course I'm probably going to leave this area white, but make this runner's top piece probably the light gray, and that so once we've got those colors in, it'll give this a much better feel. Plus we've got the black curtain, which is the door for the bathroom. But we actually have the time to put the pocket door in. This will be the door we use. I was hoping that we could have done a pocket door on this side, but the shower and stuff comes all the way up to the refrigerator. So there's no way to put the pocket door there. So it has to go on this side, and it has to kind of, when the bathroom door is open, it will interfere with the pantry. But that's okay, because the bathroom door shouldn't be open anyway unless you're going in and out of it. So otherwise it should always be closed. Other than when we're traveling. And when we're traveling, you open it because that is your line of sight out the back of the RV while you're driving. So there's that. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go inside because one, I'm getting chilly again because it's getting cold out here. And two, because the wind is getting a slight bit crazy. So keys in hand. Oh boy. Bear it with me, guys. You ready? Oh my gosh. Give me my keys. Oh. No, 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 no. No. Holy cow. Hi, Miss Weenie Wins. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Woo. Oh my god, my nose is frozen. Oh, my nose is frozen. And the house is a wreck because we are pulling everything out. I've got all the stuff right here for the RV. Hi, babies. You guys want to say hi? Say hi, babies. You guys made a mess earlier. Yes, I know. I'm going to let you outside in just a minute. Hi, girls. Hi, Rainy. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, Aspen. It's so funny that they are exactly the same weight, though Aspen is definitely bigger than Rainy is. It's so funny. You guys are so cute. You don't sleep very long. Except that the dogs next door are out, and I don't know about letting everybody outside again. The puppies keep trying to dig, and so probably not going to let them out just yet. I need to finish pulling all that stuff out of the kitchen. You guys, too much to do all at one time. So I'm going to get off here. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys probably sometime this week. It'll be sometime during when I'm out there working. I'm going to go look at a property tomorrow, see how that goes. I don't hold anything like of high hope, and I've got paint everywhere. But we'll see how it goes. Okay? Talk to you later.